All right, you guys, back here in another video today. And today we're talking about great work versus great people. Now with great work, it's the conceptual thing that we all think about. You want to be the best of the best. You want to put the highest quality work in as possible. In a group of 20, you always want to be 1 out of 20. But this type of mindset only takes you so far before you begin to plateau. Like, this mindset is great for that 9 to 5 mentality, the mentality where you want to just stay exactly where you are and progress naturally when people tell you to. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's not a bad thing. It's just different for different people. Me, for myself, I prefer to pride myself on the other side of the spectrum of being a great person, while also in the back of my mind still trying to do great work. And I really pride myself on being very hospitable, being just very nice, down to earth to people. For example, like when I go to an event, as opposed to just taking my camera out and just start getting ready and shooting people, which most people do, and like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. I'll take the time and just go introduce myself and just speak to everybody that's there. You know, the host, the event staff, the baggage boys, the cleaners, you know, the DJ, whoever's at the events, the staff, and the actual person who's hiring me before I get started, because I want to create that rapport. Like, I want to show that I'm hospitable and nice and just able to represent myself well and just able to be a people person, because of the fact that I don't want to just see this as an endless job, or I don't want to just see this as something that I'm just going to come here and take pictures of and just leave. You know, I want to build connections. I want to meet people. I want to do great work with great people and continue to prosper and develop in my craft while also developing those relationships. So the point of me just bringing this up is because a lot of people really don't understand how simple of a concept this is and how much it's usable in a day-to-day fashion. Everybody just understands that you really need to be a great person to do great stuff, but you really don't understand that you have to be a great person to do great stuff. And what I mean by that is, you know, you can't just sit here and treat people any type of way and just be the best at your craft. You know, unless you're somebody like a high-profile music artist or an NFL or NBA or any type of professional athlete, it doesn't really work like that in life. You know, you only go so far as the people around you. Like, if you don't have people to vouch for you, if you don't have people to give you accreditations for your work, you know, you can keep doing great work, but you'll never progress past a certain point because of the fact that you're just basically just not pleasant to be around, and people just don't want to vouch for you. They don't want you to lead them. They don't want you to vouch on their behalf for the company or the creative field that you're at or whatever aspirations that you have, because of the fact that you just don't know how to talk to people. So one thing I really recommend for a lot of people in 2024 is really take the time to be a better person, you know, not just be a better creator or better worker or just better boyfriend, husband, whatever you want to, whatever your aspirations are. You know, take the time to really understand people, talk to people, you know, go out of the way to like try to have a conversation, even if it doesn't bring you monetary or any type of immediate benefit or value. You know, go out of your way to speak to people or say hello or ask them how they're doing today, even if it's only briefly for 30 seconds, because you never know how that can make that person's day. And you never know in terms what kind of connection you can make to be able to help and further your career in the future. You know, I've had a lot of examples of this throughout my life where I've been a really great person. I might not have been the best worker, but I've always been a very hard worker and always very diligent to learn new things, but also being hospitable. So that's helped me make connections to get to where I am now. Like, a lot of the high profile gigs I've gotten through referrals, and I've gotten those referrals by simply just showing up. Even if I didn't have a body of work, even if I didn't have anything to my name, and even when I was just at the downest point of my life, I still showed up, I still was respectful, I still, you know, asked probing questions to see how people were, to be hospitable. And I just bridged those gaps to be able to build those future connections. So that way, when it was my time to get these things, or if people didn't have the availability to do certain things, they will call on me and they rely on me because they know that I'm a good person and I'll get stuff done. And even if I can't do it to the best of my abilities, to the best ability that they're looking for, they know I'll do it to the best of my abilities, and I'll continue to grow and develop that as I continue to get better and better at my craft each and every day. So I just wanted to end this by just saying, you know, make sure that you're a nice person. Don't be an asshole. That's really what I was just trying to say, because there's a lot of assholes out here, and I've seen a lot of them. And for me, ending this year, I've just made the point to just neglect all of the assholery and just get rid of all these people. By getting rid of these people, I just mean, you know, like, not no Franklin Saint stuff, not, you know, killing people, but, you know, getting rid of people, like taking them out of my circle, like taking their contact information out, not doing any more work for them, and just not choosing to put myself in situations where my energy would be compromised. I've dealt with a lot of people who do good business, quote unquote, at least in their industry. From me looking at their business, it's not very good business, but a lot of people that do good in business, quote unquote, because they bring in some money, but they're just not good people, and they don't know how to interact with other people where it doesn't involve directly putting money in their pocket. So they don't treat people very well. They don't treat the staff well. I don't like how they deal with me in terms of payments or setting up the creative fashion or getting stuff delivered. It's just not organized. So for me, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to focus on working with people who are great people, even if it isn't getting me what I need, because I know that'll give me a lot more energy in terms of creative passion, in terms of getting those juices flowing in my mind and keeping me inspired and wanting to do this. Not to mention, it's going to keep me from burning out more, because all these jobs I were doing, like 75% of them within like the last 4 or 5 months, have been jobs where I just haven't just felt the creative passion, haven't just felt the necessity to keep working for these people. I just was doing it out of obligation, and obviously just because I wanted to keep my skills sharp and do different things. But there's various different ways to do that. There's various different ways to meet connections. So I've been kind of focused on that more so in the month of December and towards the end of November, by cutting down a lot of the work that I've been doing, because it just hasn't really been benefiting me in the way I would want to. And other opportunities have opened itself up as a result of that. Like, just did a high profile celebrities engagement when she was in DC at the White House. So that came up out of nowhere because of the fact that I declined other jobs that compromised my energy and would not have made me want to keep doing the work. But because I did that, that opportunity opened up, met some really great people, met some really nice people. A really bad situation came up, and I got to see how these people would act in a really bad situation. And they acted very great. Like, they were just very hospitable, down to earth, great people. And that's the type of stuff that makes me inspired, makes me want to go the extra mile, makes me want to keep pushing through and doing 5, 6, 7, 8 jobs if I need to, because of the fact that good people really are out there and good people exist. So focus on good energy in 2024, focus on yourself, focus on being 2% of a better person. Like, if you're an asshole, like, cut down 2% of that assholery, because I promise you, nobody's gonna wanna refer you, nobody's gonna wanna work with you, and you're only gonna stay where you're at. And you're gonna keep asking yourself, why can't I move forward? And it's because of you, you're stopping yourself. So that's pretty much everything I have for you. Don't be an asshole. Happy holidays. Appreciate you guys tuning in as always. If I don't talk to you guys anytime soon, then peace.